Здорово, YouTube! Всем хай, всем кукутики, всем доброго времени суток. Мы продолжаем с вами проходить Hogwarts Legacy. У нас 16-я серия, и впереди нас ждет очевидный босс-файт второго испытания. Ну что ж, давайте смотреть. Нормально так-то? Все хорошо у игры, блядь. Все хорошо у игры, да? Точно все хорошо. Чел просто не появился. Текстурки просто нет и все. Алло. Блять, это чё, Гекис, что ли? Я понимаю, что нужно. Даже уровень за говно это не дали. 5 минут мы его убили, кстати. О, перчаточки. Ну да, окей. 15 раз надо кнопку нажать, сейчас, минуточку. А испытаний вроде 3 всего, да? Это второе.
I must say I'm curious to hear of Isadora's travels.
Do come in. Please, have a seat.
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready. I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died. On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power to take away pain.
Isadora. What have you done?
I took his pain.
This is uncharted magic, Isadora. You can only see what has been sealed in the jar, and we do not know what power that may hold. But the traces of that magic are different from what I've seen before.
Thank you.
You're back.
And in one piece, no less. It is good to see you again.
Professor Rookwood told me about what happened at Rookwood Castle.
In light of the dire circumstances in which we find ourselves, it is most fortunate that someone so competent is following this path.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep this second artifact safe, as you've advised.
Good. Are you ready to move on?
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
In that case, introductions are in order.
Allow me to introduce former Hogwarts headmistress, Neve Fitzgerald.
How do you do? I must say that I was not entirely surprised to learn that a student had been completing the trials. I've always believed Hogwarts students capable of anything they set their minds to.
Thank you, Professor. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
I am certain that you are more than capable of completing my trial. However, I must first, how shall I say, prepare the location of your next trial.
We trust your judgment, Professor Fitzgerald. You should know better than anyone how to manage the inconvenience of, well...
A vainglorious and exasperating headmaster? Indeed I should. I shall confirm that everything is in order immediately.
Of course. Professor Fitzgerald needs some time to clear the way forward. Until then, you should continue to hone your magic. If you learn more about Ranrock and Victor Rookwood's activities in the meantime, please let us know.
Very well, Professor. I know.
Блядь, ну
Continue to hone my magic.
You do learn quickly. Hopefully you will soon hear from Lodgok as well, and we shall learn how he fared with the
не
helmet you
поставлю этой
retrieved.
игре больше
Well done
6 баллов,
today,
чуваки.
as always. We shall speak
Что
again
хотите со мной
soon.
делайте. Она не заслуживает просто большего. Пока что это 6, ну, не выше. Это максимально посредственный кусок игры, который лишь отдаленно напоминает Хогвартс и вселенную Гарри Поттера. Это 6. Может быть, возможно, к финалу что-нибудь изменится. Но вероятность этого... Не могу телепортироваться. Почему? Потому что вероятность этого крайне мала. Просто крайне мала.
Brilliant!
Блин, наверное, не туда. Это, наверное, не тот телепорт. Надо было посмотреть, куда я телепортируюсь.
Off on another adventure, are we? Oh, it's you!
Да, похуй всем, я не
Perhaps a
буду делать
hybrid.
ваши
I finished the
сайт-квесты.
activities you assigned me, Professor Garlic.
Wonderful. I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in
Растения
our lives.
действительно
I
неплохие.
am forever enraptured
Мандрагора,
by it.
конечно. Ну, она контроль
Just
дает.
yesterday, I
Неплохо.
spent
Да.
hours
Но игра не
pruning
требует
myself
от тебя скилла
fertilizing shrubs
никакого,
and
поэтому
flutterby
растения
bushes.
не имеют
Didn't realize
смысла.
how long I'd been at it until the sun
Ни
began to
растения, ни
set.
зелья в игре в
But if
принципе
there's
не
one
имеют
thing I love to
никакого
see more than my
значения.
plants
Особенно
thriving,
если вы
it's
проходите
one of
ее
my
на средней
students
или
doing the
легкой
same.
сложности.
Now,
Даже на
ready to
максимальной
learn
сложности в
flipendo?
них
Chin
смысла
up,
практически
keep a
нет.
light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go. You
Практически
will
нет.
want
Ну,
to
то есть...
focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few pots.
Флипенда. Что за флипенда?
Wonderfully done. If you'd like to...
Раздобудьте... О, бомбарда. Диреку... Бомбарда имбовая спел, кстати. Нам даже показывают, где его можно получить. Давайте займемся бомбарда. Бомбарда действительно классные заклинания. Оно очень долго откатывается, но оно очень много урона наносит.
What are you up to now?
Уа.
Confringo!
Да, я же, ну...
I should investigate.
Wingardium Leviosa!
И нахуй сюда.
Glacier! Confringo!
метров. Ну, карту подвинуть можно, нет? Гиппогриф, кстати, не быстрее, по идее, метлы.
I've always
Метла
said that
быстрее
travel
гиппогриф.
broadens the mind.
Что как бы довольно забавно. Ну, yeah.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Ради разнообразия сделаем вот эту штуку.
Rebellion.
Что тут? Шарик.
What am I doing here? This patrol is worthless. Patrol.
Получим 24 уровень, кстати, на нем, наверное. Нам должны... Всего нет, не
This
должны.
looks intriguing.
Нет, никто никому ничего не должен, к сожалению.
Assignment's all finished.
Ну, можно, пожалуйста. Прикольно, что нас именно она обучит бомбарда. Это как бы красное заклинание. Довольно странно на это смотреть, но немножко нелогично это выглядит. То, что бомбарда нас обучает именно она. То есть преподаватель по животноводству обучает нас одному из сильнейших огненных заклинаний, типа боевых.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed. I take it you're
I
ready?
completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The
Когда
exploding
нам,
charm, as you might suspect,
запрещенные
can
спеллы
hurt
дадут.
people.
Было бы здорово.
Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise.
Я уже
Now,
хочу
you must
Авада
be
Кедавру
precise in your
захуярить
wand
кому-нибудь.
movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off.
Было бы
Go ahead.
Будет забавно, если мы по игре вообще
Nice
не
and
получим.
steady
никак.
wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we?
Пик. Бомбарда. У нас только... У нас, кстати, еще один вот такой спел остался. Так, подождите, нет.
Try it on the pumpkins. Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured.
Ну, посмотрим. Пятнадцатый уровень. Давайте мы по дальнему пути пойдем. Только ради того, чтобы еще телепорт открыть. Что, мы полетим прямо, откроем телепорт еще один.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Я благополучно, кстати, забыл про вот этот телепорт. А нет, не забыл. Да, забыл вот про этот телепорт. Ну ладно.
How nice to see you.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're
Нахуй
doing.
нам
If
это
you ever meet
надо?
my gran, this trip never happened.
Зачем?
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything.
Мне не
She
насрать
might be
на
my
этих
best friend after
браконьеров. Ну
Highwing,
типа,
but she knows how I
камон.
feel about the
Нет,
poachers.
гипогрифа прикольно
I think she
спасли,
worries I'll
гипогрифа
do
здорово.
something
Дальше зачем нам это?
ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that
Похуй
idea?
на животных. Насрать.
This way.
Потому что с них, ну, ебучие ресурсы, которые не нужны. Не имеют смысла. Все эти квесты бессмысленны и сделаны специально для того, чтобы потянуть время. Кентавры.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
Бомбарда в него захуярил просто и вот так вот и все. Сидишь, пердишь.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Что у меня с текстуркой пальто, блядь? Почему я переебала?
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why. Potato!
Revelio. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when the pelts still smoking? They can't have been gone long. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here, all sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin-made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's
Блядь,
get a
да
better
ты
lay of the
угораешь,
land.
что ли, ну?
Irondale's not half as tough.
Is that you, Roland?
Хуяк.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
Ради палатки надо
What
делать.
in Merlin's name?
Ладно, ради такой палатки
Are those
можно делать.
dragons?
Ради такой палатки можно и загрузку сделать.
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now. And the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being on the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Извини, братик.
What I wouldn't
Не та
do to be
расклад.
Demogorgon right now.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Nah, they say we go. One of them.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we? dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Hello, Mora. All right, I have the egg. Ready.
The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Careful! Don't think you'll get it out of here.
Like the talking rabbits, do you?
Right! Tricky little king flapper.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
What have you done?
You'll regret crossing my path. Let's back up. Finding with flowers, are we?
How's the view?
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
О, вкусняшка.
Cobra D in black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Квест можно? Ну, рожай, игра быстрее, пожалуйста. И это последнее заклинание, которое нам типа нужно, да? Давайте смотреть. Последнее и зеленых 3, да? Которые типа запрещенные. Кстати, почему 3 непонятно, ведь их не 3, а 4. Насколько я знаю. Мы куда идем вообще, блядь?
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
О,
Alohomora.
Алхамора, бля.
Revelio.
Бля, как вниз попасть? Ладно, игра все равно не это. Не отстанет, правильно? Поэтому пойдем на выход. Пойдем за тем заклинанием. За той страницей, вернее, спала, да? Она не может... то есть я не могу выбрать часть квеста в игре. Ну, то есть... Я физически не могу выбрать часть квеста, которую хочу сделать. Он сначала дает мне один, потом дает второй, бля.
There you are. Across.
резко оказалась где-то сверху. Что за кек?
That book Professor Weasley asked me to...
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration?
Да, ищу.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork.
Забрать силой, блядь, в конце концов.
The way I do. Surely you're interested.
Мы, блядь, на
I'll
каком
even start
курсе,
you off with
ёбаный
a few
рот?
of my easiest questions.
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of
Я не
Quidditch?
ебу. Не ебу. Причем я правда не знаю.
The golden
Сничет.
snidget.
Correct!
Блять, угадал.
The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly,
Я
they're
реально
thought
не
to be
знаю,
extinct.
типа, я просто...
Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Феликс
Felix
Фелиц.
Felicis.
Фелиц.
Well done.
А?
Since it makes the drinker
Это я знаю.
temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
Сказка о трех братьях,
The
дары
Deathly
смерти.
Hallows.
Correct. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows
Это я тоже
consists
знаю.
of the Elder Wand,
Окей.
the Resurrection Stone,
Допустим.
and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in
Invisibility.
Quidditch is the largest?
Что? Какой мяч видишь и самый большой? Не помню Бладжера, по-моему,
The
Кволф.
Quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle
Не
through
помню
one of
второе
3
название
hoops
в
in a
Квиддиче,
Quidditch
вообще
match,
не помню
their
такого
team
мяча,
is
типа.
awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
Верно ли, что оборотное превратить того, кто его выпьет, в существо другого вида? Ну да.
True.
Actually, the answer was
Нет?
false.
Ну ладно.
While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now.
В смысле, блядь,
If you're
не
inclined
может?
to test your knowledge
Не
again,
понял.
I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be
Облик,
giving you any more
вид
easy
и
questions
расу,
either.
и возраст.
The next ones will be more
И все
difficult.
может изменить оборотное зелье. Что за хуйня? Ну, мне стало интересно, но я не
I don't
хочу.
have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change
Чуть-чуть
your mind.
заинтересовало, чуть-чуть так, в легкую,
I
но...
put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Velio ought to make quick work of this.
Want to test your knowledge on some more difficult questions?
I don't have time for a quiz at
Блять,
the
ну
moment.
хочется,
Let me
ладно,
know if you change your mind.
давайте, заберем сейчас листок и окей.
Professor Weasley's task.
Хуй
is
с
to
тобой,
conf-
давай.
Want to test your knowledge on some...
Да, хочу.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What
Забайтили,
governmental
ладно,
body
окей.
directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
Так. По-моему, Совет
The Wizards'
волшебников был.
Council.
That's correct.
Да.
The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
Самые маленькие.
The Peruvian Viper Tooth.
Brilliant! Though the
Угадал.
Viper Tooth is the
Здесь
smallest
угадал.
breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length,
Пытался
it is also
вспомнить,
the
вспомнил
fastest
только
breed
последнего,
and
типа.
feared for its venomous
Первый...
fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Первый, по-моему, тоже здоровый. Что? Кто основал Хоксмит, блядь? Квинси
Quincy
Хок, блядь.
No, the
Yes.
answer was Hengist
Oh,
of
ладно.
Woodcroft. It is believed that Hengist used the 3 broomsticks inn as his home. The hide behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul
Супырём,
with
блядь.
what other magical creature?
Я не буду. Вот
A
это?
demiguise.
Yes!
Угадал.
While the hide behind has the
По
power
названию
of
просто
invisibility,
угадал.
those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver
Мы
hair.
это делаем, но
What
мне
is the
интересно.
only spell known to repel a letherfold?
А я ебу. Патронус, наверное.
Patronus charm.
Патронус.
Well done.
Да.
The only known
100%
survivor of a
патронус, типа
letherfold
там нету
attack
другого
was a
ответа.
wizard named Flavius Belby.
Я просто
who was on holiday
вспоминал,
in
кто
Papua New
это,
Guinea at the time.
и
Who
вспомнил.
published the law
В
of
конце уже.
elemental transfiguration?
Всплыло.
Evangeline Orpington.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp.
Я не ебу.
One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Знание истинное
Knowledge is
волшебство.
the real magic.
No. The
Нет?
answer was never tickle a sleeping
Ну и
dragon.
ладно.
In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco dormiens nunquam titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through
Яйца
its
тебе в
mouth?
рот, бля. Ну точно не Василиски, а? Не может быть Василиск. Да я даже не знаю, кто это. Пусть будет
The
он.
Ashwinder.
That's incorrect. The correct answer was the rune's paw.
Василиски
According to
нормально
Parcel
яйца
House,
откладывают,
Each
как
of the
надо.
rune's paw's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
Да хуй знает. На горе, ёпта.
Mount Greylock.
Well done!
О,
The
угадал.
American school was founded in
Я
the
реально не
17th
знаю.
century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Самое мощное приворотное зелье.
Amortentia.
That's the answer. Amortentia smells differently to every person, according to what they
На
find
самом деле здесь
attractive,
тоже угадал.
such as dusty book covers or...
Чуечка, чуечка.
Are you
Чуечка не
interested in
подводит.
continuing on to the next round? They're
Чё?
my most difficult questions.
Блядь, еще вопросы. Ладно, похуй, давай.
Give me your worst.
Wonderful.
Добьем уже
I
эту
do
серию
admire
вопросами
your thirst
просто.
for knowledge. Emmerich the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Это кто вообще? Беатрис?
Beatrix Bloxham.
Не?
Incorrect. The answer was Egbert the
Я не ебу,
Egregious.
кто это?
Emmerich gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages, when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Хивание, по идее.
Haversacking.
That's right. Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when 2 chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Невезение,
luck.
ебать.
Correct. Native to the
Я
European
угадал.
coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last
Первое
up to
можно
a
было
week.
догадаться. Там
What
не
plant
слишком сложно,
excretes
в принципе.
stink sap?
Второй угадал. Так, и что это? Водоросли?
Fluxweed.
I'm afraid the correct answer was Mimbulus mimbletonia. The Mimbulus mimbletonia
Ой.
plant secretes stink sap as a
Не
defensive
угадал,
mechanism when
подумаешь.
touched.
Беда какая.
The pepper up potion evolved from a
В
remedy
12
created
веке
by
создал
which 12th
лекарство.
century wizard?
Basil Flack.
That's incorrect. The answer was Limfrid of Stinchcombe. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Limfrid's previous work to
Я
create the
ебу,
pepper
кто
up
это?
potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
По-моему, горшок
A smaller
поменьше,
pot.
если я...
Incorrect.
Нет?
The answer was a single slipper. The story was created by Beedle the Bard, but there are a few versions.
Можно
I won't-
закончить? О, спасибо.
The Scottish Highlands.
No, the answer was not. The part bird, part reptile is a distant relative of the Occamy and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Да я ебу. Невезучий.
Correct! The three witches in the story are named Asher, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, the world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
В мире Келпи. Лох, ёпта. Вообще, на самом деле, это, по-моему, правильно.
Correct.
Да.
The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the Kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Первый министр магии. О, это я могу знать даже.
Ulick Gamp.
Yes.
Ну,
Gamp's greatest
всё
legacy
правильно.
was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It
Хуй знает,
outlawed the
откуда я это
unforgivable
знаю.
curses.
Будем
You've
считать, что я
answered all of
угадал,
my
да?
questions.
Чтобы не разъяснять эту
It's
хуйню.
nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You should be pleased with your performance. Not many students would have done so well. Thank you for humoring me by participating. I had a splendid time.
Ну не так уж и много я проебал. О, зелье. Ну, не так уж и много я проебал, в принципе, да? При условии того, что я довольно много знаю, на самом деле, как оказалось. Она сидит же там. Почему я не могу? А же вон сидит, типа. Так же днем сидит. А, потому что урок, типа. Угу.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Хуяк, блин. И всё.
Beautifully done.
Разблокировано новое заклинание. Да.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand or subsequent search of the owlery connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Что?
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can, in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then,
Смотреть на то, как
well
они это
done.
сделали. Если они это сделали, конечно. Причем я, честно говоря, довольно серьезно сомневаюсь. Что это? Так. Давайте посмотрим, что от нас требуется дальше. Встретись с Себастьяном. Но побазарим мы, наверное, с ним уже в следующей серии, потому что уже серия идет час, поэтому всем спасибо, кто смотрел эту серию. Всем удачи, всем пока-пока.